brisk this morning. Start of day 24. Absolutely glorious sunrise again. So let me just slap and cut this bloody bubble off. Look at this. It just doesn't do it justice on the film, on the phone at all. Not at all. Let me just spin you whole around so you can see a whole lot. It is a very brisk morning, so it's showing 7 degrees on my watch as the temperature. It was cold in the night. I think it's the sleeping bag because I'm cold, but I'm also sweating. So I think I just need to adjust and address what I'm actually using for the sleeping bag, obviously, and what I'm wearing. So to make that a lot more comfortable. But the sleep was a lot better. The score was 66 on the sleep score, which is, I think, well, it's a lot higher than what it normally is for wild camping. So I think the highest it's been previously is like 42. Body battery's up to about 70 something as well. So that's really, really good. So it made a big difference eating before 7 p.m. and also stop walking. You know, it's like so late, so I had some downtime, some chill out time, which I find quite difficult when there's still daylight and there's no signal, so there's not a great deal of like kind of work or stuff to do. So I had to force myself to kind of like just chillax. And I was just watching the sun coming down, and it was absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. So I'll just spin this round so you can take another look at. Give you the full 360. So yeah, day 24. So off to King's Lynn. Today should be only 8 to 10 miles because obviously I did the long walk yesterday, and my want right now is to find a place in King's Lynn to stop for the evening, potentially 2. Beautiful, right? Looks absolutely beautiful. Yeah, to stop for potentially two evenings so I can get some work done. Just last night, obviously I had some downtime, and it made me realise I just need to get this documentation done and start sharing this story, because I really do think it could make an absolutely fantastic book at the end of this, Walking the Edge. We also had some fantastic business ideas as well yesterday, which is one of the reasons I came out and did this, just to try and tie in everything that I've learned over the years and how I can serve more people. And this experience is teaching me a lot, even though we're only into the 4th week. So, right, my coffee's going cold, so I'm going to go and get a coffee and get back into the tent where it's a little bit warmer, and then reassess, and then, then we'll get on his way. Just gone 7:30. I need to get rid of that bubble. It's gone 7:30 and just started walking, so had a bit of chill out morning this morning. It's been nice actually. Coffee in the tent, staying nice and snuggly, and just feeling relaxed and chilled out, knowing that, you know, about 8 to 10 miles of being King's Lynn today. So just a nice steady day. Feel like I've smashed a few more 40 miles in the last 2 days, pretty much. So that's all good. And like I say, when you've got, you can't see it again, just walking into the sun that's just rising like this early in the morning, nice and crisp air, not a soul in sight, just seen some hares bouncing around in the field. It's just nice. So yeah, let's see what today brings. Adventures ahoy! So I've just checked in with ChatGPT, and that sign I saw yesterday saying the Norfolk coastal path. I am in Norfolk. So I don't know what I was looking at the other day that said Hunstanton was the border, kind of like between Lincolnshire and Norfolk. So it seems King's Lynn is actually in Norfolk, not Lincolnshire. So yesterday I officially walked across a county. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. Walked the entire way across a full county. Lincolnshire, tick. You gotta smile, right? So don't know what, I've been walking about an hour maybe, something like that, and now, even though it's the same kind of hill, there's so many places I could have pitched a tent here, down there, behind me, right down there. There's even some trees over there I could have got to. The wind's died down, so it's just typical, innit? The fact that I'm not wild camping today, and now there's just pictures galore. So anyway, what I wanted to show you was Hunstanton, if I can zoom in. Oops. So don't think I'll be able to. So over there somewhere is still a little bit windy, so it's hard to hold the camera steady, but that's Hunstanton on the other side of the water, which is what I thought the Norfolk Lincolnshire border was. So the plan is I should be there tomorrow evening. I have to double check the mileage, but it shouldn't be far off. But yeah, but I need to go up the river, across to King's Lynn, and then down the other side again. But yeah, it's all good. Just come across this sign here and just reading it, so I'll spin it round so you can read it yourself. So not only have I just walked through Lincolnshire, I've also walked through the largest national nature reserve in England. So, this is where I've walked through here. So it's been an eventful, what, 14 hours or something. I've completed a walk through the whole county of Lincolnshire, and I've walked across the largest natural nature reserve in the UK. Pretty good so far. Just been checking the map, and it's about 1.5 hours to King's Lynn from here. So I'm going to sit down a bit early and have my footsie time. But I'll just show you this. So this is the Great River Ouse. So this leads up to King's Lynn and beyond. It's a beautiful morning, and no doubt I will be walking over there, if not tomorrow, the day after, and then turning right at the end there, and then probably following that tree line. But I have been known to be wrong when I look at trees and the path isn't anywhere near them. So yeah, so footsie time now, about 1.5 hours into King's Lynn. Maybe you can get a cheeky veggie vegan-y breakfast from Witherspoons, and then assess where we're going to stay and get some work done. So yeah, probably a bit of a chill out day today, but this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just balance like quite long days and the recovery, and I'm still not back up to 100%, nowhere near. So yeah, let's just take it steady. Let's get them stats back up, so back 100%, and then build on that. I'm just walking along here and reminiscing like before I started the journey, and one of the things I'd said to my cousin was like, I'm going to miss the running. I've done really well over the it's obviously at the time like the last 6 weeks to build my fitness levels up, like for the running, obviously running a half marathon just before I came away on a hilly course, fasted. So I was super proud of myself, and I'm thinking, you know, my fitness levels are probably going to drop because I'm not going to be like raising my heart rate. And we joked that maybe, you know, I should run part of this course with the rucksack on. Obviously at the time I didn't realise how much it weighed. So obviously then when I first put it on and it was like 20k, I'm like, there's absolutely, well 18k, there's absolutely no chance I'm going to be running with this. And I just want to share like what it's like about pushing outside of your comfort zone and moving up another level. So obviously I've just eaten again, then just finished the rest of my water off. So now I'm carrying no water. I've got like 2 bags of like lentils left, packing of nuts, but all the rest of the snacks, everything's gone. So I'm probably down about best part of 2.5 to 3 kilo and what I have been carrying over this last, I don't know, 48 hours. And I now literally feel like I could potentially not run very far with it, But this is 3 weeks in, and my head is going, I perhaps could run like some of this. Crazy, right? Last Saturday, not even a week ago, I was suffering with exhaustion, thinking there's no way I can carry that much weight. Last 48 hours I've been carrying that much weight and staying hydrated. Just started looking after myself in recovery, and now my mindset has changed that, hey, potentially I could run some of this. I'm not saying I am going to do, I'm just sharing that how your mindset changes once you've overcome a challenge. One of the things that maybe you thought was, I didn't think it was impossible to do, but doing this coastal bit without any water and supplies, already battered because of the weight I was carrying, my mindset just wasn't there. But now I've done it and achieved it, I'm now looking for the next level. Got to push outside your comfort zone, go out there and adventure. We're born to adventure. That's the only way, I do believe, to live a contented and fulfilled life. And it doesn't have to be a crazy thing like walk around the UK. It could just be, I'm not happy with my job, change it, start a business, ask that person out, start changing your diet. Anything that's different that you feel a bit uncomfortable with, that's an adventure, and that's where the growth lies, and that's where the fun lies. Get living, get adventuring. Caught my first look at King's Lynn, so it looks quite nice. I'll turn this around. It's hard to judge the size of it from here, but it looks quite sizable on the map. Clearly got a working dock there as well, but it doesn't actually seem that far down to where I was sat, just having that foot break. So that'd be good tomorrow. I've only booked in for one night. Tomorrow, to not have a long drawn out bloody 5-mile monotonous walk down to the sea line again. So yeah, looks quite nice. The place I booked into tonight seems really good. So it's got a kitchen and it's got a laundry, so you can wash these clothes and socks. I'm not wearing exactly the same stuff all the time, so it'd be good to get that stuff washed this evening. So I've got a couple more days of clean clothes, so that'd be really good. So I've got good vibes. I've got good vibes about King's Lynn, and yeah, hopefully I'm right. I stand corrected now. So this last couple of days when I've been going wetland, farmland, wetland, farmland, I've just taken a photo of the history of the wash, and it's pretty amazing. So the lady did tell me that actually, but the wash, that land is actually lower than sea level, and was obviously once underwater, and was a good source for peat, which fueled a lot of stuff back in the day. And then was drained, and it didn't last very long. Well, anyway, read the post better than me trying to bloody describe it. But it was quite interesting in the fact that it's taken like 2,000 years for them to get to a stage whereby they're managing to keep it drained and not flooded. So hence all those mounds that I've been walking on, and all those pump stations, like the one I slept at, or near, should I say, not last night, the night before. They're all built to pump the water like back up to the sea, because that land is lower than sea level. So yeah, it's quite interesting. But this thing I'm walking around across now was also, I'll spin this around, was also once underwater. There's some old piers here. There's a boat down there as well, it's a bit trashed, and an old pier down there. But yeah, a lot of history here in King's Lynn. There was a poster there saying that, well, on the poster saying the church was like from 1200, from the year 1200. So that might be quite interesting. But a lady I've just passed was talking history with one lady, and then she just said there's a Star Wars convention on in King's Lynn. So yeah, that broke the conversation up. But I do love a bit of Star Wars, so if I get a chance, I'll get to the Star Wars convention. That'd be super cool. Set myself a little challenge now, so it's 11:15 and Witherspoon stopped doing breakfast at 11:30, and I still need to get across the water here. So I've just put in Google Maps how long will it take me to walk to the Witherspoons, and it doesn't recognise this as a path. It must think I'm Jesus, because it expects me to walk across the water, which wish I could master that, but that's not happening yet. So I've got to get across this bridge over here and then walk down the banking all the way back to town. And am I going to be able to do it in the next 45 minutes? Witherspoon is not the best, you know what I mean, but at least you know what you're getting. It's a good feed for how much money you get. And yeah, I was kind of getting my hopes up towards that, and then I didn't realise the bridge was this bloody far away. So yeah, game on. Will I make it? Just walked across the bridge and just checked Google Maps. Now it's registering that this is a path, and it's saying it's 29 minutes to Witherspoons, and it's 10:53. So that gives me 8 minutes of leeway, as long as there isn't any diversions, or I get lost or whatever. Then yeah, the breakfast should be game on. But I've got to get a bit of a sprint on, I think. Capture this on video. So remember that sign where it said the North Coast Path? It also said that Suffolk was 116 miles away. It's saying Suffolk is now 100 miles away by the coastal path. So I'm going to track it and see. So I say so far so good. Just in along the pier here, such a contrast from both Grimsby and Skegness. Oh my god, huge difference. Some beautiful buildings here. Cafe, restaurants. There's a beautiful little tea room I've just passed as well. And then you've got some boats harboured down here. Every time I see a boat like that, it just reminds me that I need my want to get back sailing. But yeah, it's just spotless. It's just absolutely spotless as well, no crap. Yeah, it's so nice. Maybe my good vibrations were correct. Anyway, on to spoons.